Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure. Welcome to the channel. So this video today is a step-by-step guide how to make this base. We're going to start from the very first foundation piece. And this base will suit a beginner as long as you've got those materials unlocked. But you could make it out of wood to start with. And you can place this anywhere in the whole wide world of PALWORLD. Location that I've got this on is -1128, then -1360 though. And the purpose of it, I just wanted to have it something nice in the purple location that would be very flattering color-wise. But we don't know what's coming up in the new content, so this could look absolutely stunning in new areas. So I think this is a lovely build. Let's take another shot of it. Not of his booty though. The best thing to do. So we'll just take a screenshot of that. Okay. And when it comes to the guts of the base, I'll say base, we'll say the house, it's about 6 by 7 squares, the actual house. We're ignoring all the decking and stuff like that. So if you do have a fully functional, useful base, this can easily be implemented into that with no problem at all. I know a lot of the time people will go, oh, is it an aesthetic base or is it a, useful base? There's so many mining pits and things like that these days that you can make, aesthetic base a purposeful base anyway. This could go, on a farm kind of build, like a ranch kind of build, anything really, especially mega bases. This would look beautiful in a mega base. So let's get to it. We're going to gut everything. And I hope you enjoy it. If you do, consider liking, subscribing, and absolutely hit your notification button. Join the Discord channel, link in the description below. There's a whole PALWORLD community there waiting to trade pals with you. You trade your pals with them and get the most perfect passives known. Let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of hover over each angle. So you can go back to it and check out the front shot to make sure everything is aligned. I'm going to go around the side. You just pause it. And then back. And then around this side. And I'm going to end up adding things onto this build. I can't help myself. And that's another little sort of aerial shot, just to know everything goes if you're missing something. All right, so let's get to business. Let's break this thing apart. I'll spare you the breaking part and then we'll get on with it. All right, so this is what the aerial shot of it looks like, just of the house itself, without the verandas, the deck, etc. So we've got a 4 by 4 here. Don't worry, we're going to start from the very first square, and then down the side we've got a 2 by 4. So that gives you a rough idea if you are doing this on a big base where you can fit it. So let us begin. I'm going to start with the very first square if you are building it in this location, but it doesn't really matter. But if you are, this makes life a lot easier. So I'm going to jump down and I'm just going to get rid of all the other foundation pieces. Now make sure that if you've got pals out, you don't have lumbering ones out, because they will chop your beautiful trees down if you're building here. And that would be very, very sad. Not want that to happen. So I always find the easiest way to know exactly where to put, especially when you're rebuilding or if you're building for someone else, is just remember where the land marks are, like land features. So for example, there might be a specific tree in a certain spot. Then you know how to line up everything. If you watch the Hexalite tutorial, you'll know that's exactly how I perfected making sure that the Hexalite would grow back and respawn without any issues at all. So we're going to start with this back square, which has the 2 tree pieces in it. I'm going to break that. So we're going to get this foundation piece glass and we're going to raise it up to about here and make sure that the 2 parts of the tree run through it, so we can put a back wall on it. Enough sort of give, I guess. That a little bit further back. Let's try and get it. We don't want to have to do a whole back wall and then it just be red because we can't build through it. Let's have a look there. And my suggestion when you do this, if you're building through trees, is just to keep building those walls up first to make sure that it will let you get away with it. So it will there. Otherwise, you know, it'd be red and then you wouldn't be able to build. So there's our first one. Let's try and build on the side and make sure it'll let us do that too. Yes and yes, so we're good. We have our first back piece there. The next part we're going to do, remember it's 4 by 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Then the next bit that we have is going to run along this part, which is 2 by 4, 3, 4, like that. Now, if you don't like these bits of grass coming through it, and you can raise the foundation up a little bit more if you want to. Some people like grass going through the glass. Some people don't. So let's rise above. And that's what it looks like. So down we go. We're going to do these glass walls. I just put the PAL box at the front there, over there, which we'll remove later, but anyway. So at the back here, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 2 triangle glasses. So if you need to rotate it, just put it right where it goes, and then left and right bumper. If you're on PC, your bindings are just on the right hand side there, where it says rotate. So we have that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to run along the back wall of it. Bring out my own pictures to make sure I don't muck this up. Back, there it is. Okay, glass wall, wall, wall. Nightmare is wandering around, make us look even better. Now I like to have a glass roof in this part. The glass just looks really nice because of all the reflections of the trees. Again over here, same as before. And we're going to go with our triangles here. And another triangle up here. And this is where we're going to do our roof. So I'm going to get just a glass roof just here and just build this across briefly. Should need that bit there. Then a glass wall here, here, and not needed there. So slanted roof, spin, jump up, spin, and on there. We're going to do the same on the other side. What we might do first, just going to build a bed under here. We could build in the daytime so you can see better. Okay, leave that bed there for now. We might need it again, who knows. So back up we go. Same story on this side. I'm going to break this roof a bit later anyway, don't worry. There. There. There, and then one there. So we have our glass back roof. King and okay. Now we're going to move to the front. our very front. And here we're going to get our glass wall. 1, 2. And then just a triangle and another triangle like that. I'm gonna run across here. We're gonna put just a glass door there. And here we could just have another glass wall. Like that. And then here we can have a glass wall, another one with a door, a wall, another wall, another wall, and we can have a door there like that. And we're going to go around this side and do the same. So 1 there, there like that. Now in this part, I like to have the Japanese roof just at the front. So I'm just going to grab a glass roof bit here, a wall here. I'm going to pick the Japanese roof, rotate it around, and the same with this section here. And over that. We can break this part now. We don't need it anymore. It's pretty already, doesn't it? Then what we're going to do is stand at the side here. This is where it starts to get elevated. So we want a wall there, a wall there. It's going to be 3 walls high, then triangles. Actually, we don't need triangles. We need 3 walls high, then it to be slope roof. So one there, one there, one there, one there. And then we're going to go triangles at the back here. That. Glass triangles at the front. Rotate around. And then get our Japanese slanted roof. That. And then over here, whoops, one there and one there. So it should be all closed in this bit. Now this part at the front is just goes all glass. So this is where we go glass wall. Get up like spider lady. There. There. Okay, so this part we can pick glass triangular wall and put it on the crosshairs just where that roof is like this. Place it down. The same goes for this other side too. Remember just to rotate it like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with the glass wall. So we've got our triangles there. Then we're going to go glass wall, put our right stick on that triangle. We're doing the replacement thing. Like this, see how it changes it? And then place it all down. Build the wall. So again, pick glass wall. Right, if you're on controller, right stick on the replacement mode on and off on those bindings. So whatever it is on PC, I think it's Alt maybe, I'm not sure. So on control, it's right stick in on that triangle. Just once, click it, and then place like that. That's how we get sort of, I call it the Michael walls when we're doing the replacement feature of it. Then what we can do is we can fill in the back. So go your glass walls again. Fill it, up and up, like that. So let's have a fly over quickly to make sure you got everything in check thus far. Stop for a second. Stop there. That's what it should look like. We're going to break some stuff on the inside of it still. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get down from this part. And we're going to grab Get rid of you. Get glass wall here and build it off there like this. And then we're going to come across this roof with flat glass roof like that. Flat, flat, and flat like that. And again, do it on this second part. And then put that there and that there. Now your tree might be a bit recalcitrant and not let you get away with it, which is all fine, good and dandy. And if that's the case, we can build over the top of it. So ideally, we want to be able to build around trees that are sticking out like this. We can get a little bit more fancy with the side, I think. So what I'm going to do is see if that'll let us do it. So right now if we put a glass wall, that's fine. Glass wall is happy to be there. We're happy to be there like this. Okay, it doesn't like the top bit, which is fine. When it's like that, and if you've got a tree that you really want to keep inside, you can be a little bit more creative. You might need to make a higher roof. So let's see how high this sort of troubleshooting height let us go. So we need to be higher than that. Unless you want to chop the tree down, which I don't want to. We'll see if we can go, see if we can get away with it. Suss it out. Because it might even better than before. Might have to go up. Come. Right, we need to go connect to a structure, my booty. Let's go glass wall here. Try and see if it'll let me do it. All right, let us do it that way. So that's what we're going to do with this one. If your tree is stuck in there, if your tree is not, then you don't have to worry about this fiddle faddling. Then just check the original design. But I want to keep my tree in this spot, so I'm going to go put a big roof on this one. You might not even have trees where you're building. Then we'll go triangle here. And I'm gonna go Japanese roof. Look at that. Now let's see if we can box it in. If not, we might have to pull it back a little bit more. Can there. We can there, we're good to go. Triangle there. Triangle there. So she's boxed. Just to keep that tree. Like I said, if you've got a lumbering pal, they're going to chop it down and that's going to be a problem. So make sure that you get the monitoring stand out and turn off lumbering. You do not want this base to be on a lumbering base unless you bind those pals to, you know, those tree mining pit things, these things over here. I don't think anybody's going to have a lumbering place, but if you've got them dedicated to logging, make sure that you use that PAL box, the monitoring stand. Yeah. Make sure that if you do build a logging site, build that while I'm doing this. If you've got a logging site made, that you bind those logging pals to that. If you don't, they will chop all these beautiful trees down and you can say goodbye and then you have to regrow them, which is not the end of the world, but deal with that. All right, let's jump up on our boy. We need to just gut some of the roof. You look beautiful. Keeps it, and we can light that tree from inside. I think it's gonna look stunning. So we just need to clean up some of the inside bits. Very quick build, like I said, not like this, you know, multiple hour ones we've done. So we can gut this. Gut these things that we just used to build structureware. We're going to get it going. Stunning in a moment. Don't you worry about that. So this is where the decking was, and I'm going to still do it. I'm going to teach you some tricks if you're new to this. So I'm going to go, we're going to still do the glass foundations at the front. So this is where if you don't want stuff eating into your big base, if you're doing a big base, then you can just ignore this part. But if you've got room, then go nuts. So I'm going to have glass along here, here, here. And this is where the wooden decking is going to go. So I'm going to go, not all foundation, no. So here we're going to rotate it around and have wood, foundation, foundation. Then have roof. Do a little tricky thing. Hopefully it will work. Doesn't always work. We're going to break the box. Remember, the PAL box doesn't blow up your structure. It'll just blow up PAL items. So blow up for a second because we need to put some foundation pieces down. So we're going to build this out all the way to not. I'd like to just have this actually, you can, if it'll let you have the roof pieces. If it doesn't, then just go foundation. Ideally you want roof, roof, roof. And even, I'd even have that as a roof piece if it lets you. Not, deal with it. Then again, a roof piece out here, out here, out here, here and here. Like that. Now you can put your PAL box back down again. Here. Where you want it to go. Actually want that bit to here. Right, now we're safe as a bank. We're going to run around the corner. And I'm going to grab the Japanese pillars. I'm just going to run them along the side here. And then I'm going to grab the Japanese style roof and have it run facing towards the water like this. That one correct? Oh, it's getting a bit dark. I'm going to chop this tree down. Which is fine, there's plenty of trees around the place. Okay. Grab that one and then this roof here. There. Like that. Now you might not like the look of that bit there, that wood bit, or you might. Some people like to have a bit more a wooden deck out here, so if you do like the wood, I actually want to go like this way. I've got a fixation of having the horizontal thing, and then go for wooden roof and a wooden roof there, decking, and then just have that go in like that. If you want them to go the same way, we can do that. That's the foundation. Rotate. Keep that. If you're pedantic, you don't have to have it the same way. I like to have it the same way. It's a roof piece. All right, safe as a bank. Looking beautiful, isn't it? So over here I had awning pieces, and I'm not sure if I want to have awning pieces with this. If you're building it here and you've got your tree inside like that, I think the awning pieces will ruin it. But if you do, you're building it anywhere else, I would go, that's all you need to do is go Japanese roof. It goes from there and there. Get your pillars and go there and there, like that. But I'm not having this tree being ruined, absolutely not. I'm going to show you a little sneaky trick. If you're new to this, which you're going to be very thrilled with, I think. It's looking lovely. So here's the hot tip. That won't take any power. We're going to grab, we need a vendor. We need to get some red berries. You've got red berries, we're good to go. You don't need them, but I find it easy to do it this way. We need our wandering merchant. Just ignore this if you don't have it, Come here, buddy. Got some red berries or what? Yes, you do. Excuse me. I need to buy some. Where did you go? Absconded. Alright. Let's go. I'm going to just quickly put a sandbag down just for now. I don't have berries here. I'm going to quickly build a monitoring stand. Because I want to keep him in place. That's what my plan is. So, go monitoring stand, sandbag, and then he'll come to work. He'll go to that sandbag now. Thank you. Keep still. Alright. I think our inventory is full. Of course it is. Berries. It is full. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to run in here where this tree is, and we're going to build a square table. I'll actually keep it even, matter of fact. Okay, we're going to build that. You might like to get a helper out. Do not get a splatterina out, otherwise she'll chop the trees down. So another square table, and we're just going to build, don't worry, I'm going to break this later. Build that on top. Mate, I need you to help me here. Then we're going to jump up, and then we're going to build another table on top of that. But build it as close to the trunk of the tree as possible. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's cleaning up. Okay, again, and then just keep wrapping it around the tree. And another one. I mean, sometimes you can use the benches, but the tables are just taller, so you gotta get elevated quicker. Again, try and keep it close to the tree branches as possible. Again. All right, this is where we can't see properly. Got a little bit more foliage up here. Whoops. That's a nice spot. Build that. You're gonna love this if you haven't seen this before. So this is where people go, oh, you got mods and hacks and stuff. No, I don't. I do not. All right. So now we're going to go over and we're going to grab our Japanese lanterns, and we're going to place a Japanese lantern as close to the tree as possible and build it here. So basically what we're doing is we're making floating lanterns that are hidden in the tree that obviously don't need power. So I built 2 there. We can break that table. Now again, Japanese lantern. One there. Grab one here. That. Break the table. Another one down here. Just one there for that one, I think. Break the table. Another one here. Try and get it right in the bush of it. That. And close to the trunk if you can. Break that one. Here we go. This bit here. Break the table again. Bit here. Bro, you want to just come here now? There. Next one down. Yeah. Another one here. Very keen, isn't he? Break that top table. There we go, that's where I wanted it. Okay, break the table. One here. And if a pal does come and chop this tree down, all you need to do is just break the foundation pieces, break the roof off, let the tree grow back, and then just redo it. Worry. Keep this one as close to the tree as possible. That's it for that. Now break that one for this. Beautiful nighttime. And I'm going to keep that table. I'm going to put a Japanese lantern on the table itself. Like that. And then we're just going to grab a wooden bench. Hold your right trigger down. So it's alignment mode change. So whatever it is on PC, place it down, just makes it perfectly even. Steven. He's not in the way. There we go. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? So from the outside, this is why I didn't want to put that awning on it. Look at that. Oh my, my. So that's something we can do with all the trees. Every tree in this build would be so pretty. So take advantage of the foliage and life around you. It makes all the difference. And it doesn't take any power. Beautiful. You could even have a side deck out there if you wanted to. Now, next important part. So you know how to do all those trees now. Let's just get an Ubisuo. This is a part that might or might not work for you, but it's fine as it is now. Out here we have this sort of hangover part. Now obviously if you get a glass wall, it's going to be red. Not that one's not red. If you can get a glass wall with blue, then good. If not, pick the glass triangle wall, and we're going to do that replacement feature again, the Michael walls. So here, we can do it there. So the triangles at the moment, we pick a glass wall, put your right stick in on that triangle, replace it with the full walls. We can put lights under here. So an interesting light, I think. You could put some lanterns in here, I think. They would float, I believe, in this section. So we could have them right. One there. Have them just gently lit. Be handy here. Build those, mate. And another one there. Not in, I think that one's in the way. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so hopefully we can try our luck. Triangle wall. Alright, this one might be in the way, I don't know. Let's move that for now. That for now. Alright, we've got no dice with this one at the moment. See, there's nothing else that should be stopping that. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes not. Sometimes you try the ladder and the ladder works for the replacement. And if that's the case, if you have that issue, we can bring it out again and try and see if it'll allow us go glass pillar. Yeah, deep down that glass pillar. Do I say? Alright. Might have to go foundation piece. We're so different. I'm just going to go glass foundation there. And see if we can do the triangle. Alright, we can do the triangle there. So we just have to extend our deck out. You might not have that problem. If you don't, I would leave it back where it was. But for me, I have to bring it out just so I can cap it off. You know what I mean? So before, like instead of having just bit that's sticking out, I can now close it in like this. And then I'll put the Japanese lanterns in there. It's just so much problem solving needed when you're rebuilding. I'll put one there. One there. Yeah. Here. Get to work over there, buddy. Thank you. He might make me make him. He doesn't want to go in there. Then same story here. Oh no. Another foundation piece. Because you just need it sometimes for that stability. Sometime. Go. It'll literally just be a foundation piece. It's a couple of squares. It's usually two squares away that you need, like an anchor point, like whether it be a foundation or a pillar. Here, we'll just close that off again, like that. You could put fire under it. You could potentially put... I'm curious how it would work. Actually, I don't want to get too excited and carried away with this. So a lot of this is guesswork. Sometimes you place things in water and you can't see it, and then you can't replace it. So I don't want to do that with the tutorial. I think that's a bit dangerous. But theoretically, you could put something in the water and then put the cauldron on top of it. But usually cauldrons and things like that, you can't actually build in the water unless it's on top of something. So we don't want to be fiddle-faddling around with that. Back to foundations. So we'll go glass wall. We can get away with that. Glass wall, wall. Let's get away with it. And this part will hopefully be a triangle if it lets me. Yes, it does. If it doesn't let you, remember just to extend your deck out until it allows you to do it. Like that. See how it's nice and neat and closed in? And again, it let us do it there. Close all your stuff in so it's neat and tidy like that. Same with the side. Hopefully it let us do it here. Yes, it will. Again, if it doesn't, just whoops, extend it out. Okay, same for, that's a foundation piece, I think. It is. So we need a roof piece in order to do this Michael walls. Okay, there we go. And then replace that with that one. And I think that's another foundation. But you need the foundation pieces if there's a tree growing through it. These weird little jail rules that they've got. So that's how that goes. Let's have a flyover. This. Get rid of that pole that's hanging out there. Don't need that there, do we? Okay. All right, we can get... we don't need that man anymore. Get your sandbag out of here. Okay, we'll pop him away. And some of those vendors do lumbering too, so be careful they don't go nuts with their axe. All right, so the same's going to go with all this part. Furniture, square table. That'd be actually nice, a little square table. So I want to put this between these trees here so we can get kill two birds with one stone. You going to build it or what? Can't reach the table and it's sticking right there. Okay, build that. Dude, stop it. Okay, I'm just going to build this out here because it's a bit... double trees a bit wilding. Okay. Wild. Up there. Oh, did us a favour then? They had it. Okay, and then maybe one more. Stop climbing, you. Anubis, build it. The table. Right, fine. Cool. Go to your lanterns again. Actually, instead of me just build it straight away. I don't know what she's climbing on. What we can do here, let's just grab foundation piece that's about that high. Hopefully let us get to it here. I don't know what invisible wall is here. Literally is one though. There's like a little invisible wall where this tree is. It's so weird. Put it from there, buddy. There we go, there's one. I believe in you. It's sometimes you gotta keep throwing them out in order for them to do it. Okay. Another one here. Oops. Jump up that. Yeah. One there. That one. That one. That one. Yeah. So odd. It's so, look at this. It's literally its own little wall thing that's sort of built in there. So we can keep throwing Anubis out to build it. Okay, that one's done. It's being real difficult. Here we go. Come on. That's so wacky. Maybe that can be used for something else. Might get rid of that table. Build it from underneath. He can't even jump. He can't even get to it. That's so odd. Try and get some other bunch of Anubises out and see if they get luck. I don't think so. Tree's a magical tree. Build it, buddies. Come on. Right, we might try and chop the tree down. I can't even get through that part. It's so weird. Look at it. It's a whole like broken wall there. Look at it. So odd. I can't even get to that. I might chop this one down. I think it's this tree over here that's the problem. It is. I can't even climb one there without it doing that. Alright. Hopefully you don't have that problem. But anyway, get the gist of it. Same will go from this furniture piece here. There. Keep on trucking. I don't think we're gonna have another problem. Never seen that. Again, on top of that, on top of that. Alright, and maybe one more. And maybe one more. And okay, one. Oh god, I don't even know where that went. Up the top. So you can do the rest of the trees because you know how to do it now. That went broken. Get to that one. That one. Break it. There. Get. You're always going to be up like higher than the item, higher than the table. Oops. To put it down. Okay, break that one. There. Love to put one right at the front there. Oh, that one's a bit too sticky outy. God. Build, 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 build. Break. Table. Lantern. Table. Lantern. Table. Turn. And turn. That's nice. Get it floating. Alright. Build the rest of these ghost ones. There we go. Lantern school. And then one at the bottom. Here. Back to our furniture. Tilt chairs around it. That one's driving me nuts over there. Maybe we might need to chop that tree down if it lets us, and use the other tree. Maybe that's the go. For this one, it's easier if I just. Let me just do it. Furniture. Give me a big, tall one. Lanterns in that front tree. Don't go too deranged with it. Curious. This might look really nice with the mushroom. So the mushroom will just go a square. You go round table if you wanted to. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to try and hide a lantern up in it. Try and get it right against the stem of it. Maybe a wooden one. Bench. Like that. Duck. And just grab Japanese lantern right up, really in it. That should light it up in there. Gets cross, and even maybe another one for extra. Can get down into it. Can't even see what I'm doing. Probably not. Right, break that. Break that. Break that. And we've got our glowing lantern secret in there. Secret glowing lanterns. Could even put one behind it. You could put a cauldron behind that would look lit. Depends on how big it is. She's kind of chunky. Try and just get it to it. Get the stick away. All right. Let's get all these Anubises out. Away. No, I want you out of here, buddy. Ah, this looks so pretty at night time. And same with this one here. With this one though, you can just literally get wooden roof, for example. Put the roof there, and then you can build your table off that. Hang it off the edge there like that. If the tree's, you know, exceptionally high, you can sort of use your foundations and stuff to light her up. I'll probably do one more. Greedy guts. That again, Japanese lanterns again. Start putting them there. There. Should really use a continuous build, build, build. There, there, that, build, build it. Then put another one here. It's getting dark. We'll get to see the glory of it all. Alright, break that, break that. And we need a few ones that are lower. Come on, hurry up, we need to see it. Okay, furniture, 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 Japanese lantern. There. There. Break it, break it. Build them. Build. Build. And maybe actually go foundation. And then go across. Yeah, that's right. You can't do it with foundations, I forgot. So, foundations. So wooden roof. Can do it after that. You put on, you know, a table or a bench, whatever, wooden bench. Okay. There we go. Ah, that mushroom looks good. Isn't it so pretty? And if you don't have any trees, just go nuts and put those other ones out. The logging ones, they don't look too bad actually. I'm gonna get some like real lighting. I'm actually gonna use the street lamps, I think. Oh no, let's just use the simple street lamp and go one there. One here and then one at the end over here. Alright, we need a power thing, we need the infrastructure. Power generator, we want to hide that. Chuck it. Chuck it over here. Get our Ozurk out. He can build them. And then get some Anubis help out. Remember, don't get ones that chop tree. Pals that chop trees down. Get another lighting or street lamp. Yeah, front. There. Front door. If they outshine those lanterns, then get rid of them. Then what I recommend, up in this roof part, up here, let's actually get it up on the roof. I would definitely get this lamp, stick lamp. Put one there, for example, and another one, and put it just over here to light up that house. Lamp is green. Because these street lamps aren't very bright. Like in the water, yeah, looks pretty. And then we definitely need to light it up inside there. Let's chuck one there. Yeah, it makes this sort of green emerald city look effect to the house. Where's our boy? So nice. Should take a screenshot of that, hang on. Take a screenie. Actually looks better without photo mode. Time. God, it looks stunning on the screen, I'm not gonna lie. Because the photo mode doesn't let you like have that proximity lighting. So your mount is in the way. That doesn't light it up Christmas. But on my screen it looks like it does. What we might do very quickly. Come on, get down. Grab a lamp, chuck it right there to light that front bit up. I don't know if the large mounted lamp lights things up with like a larger proximity or not. Get him out. Working. Alright, where's our flying boy? I don't think it, unfortunately. We get into the guts of it, go photo mode like that. So pretty. But it's so hard to see. Might actually try to send photo mode. And we'll try and get street lamps on the roof. So can you do it? Yeah, it doesn't light up until you're so close to it, which is really annoying. Get him in there, and then photo mode, and then pull back. Pretty. Photo, go. Alright, now it's daytime. It's such a pretty, it really is. So that's it. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Hope you enjoyed this one. Got perfecting those Japanese lanterns everywhere. Might be given overkill, I would say, but shame about this tree here. I'll fix that up. All of a sudden, bang. Perfect. I think these trees over here, these lights over here, overkill. Careful, watch your brake. I love and leave you. Have an amazing day or night. Till next time.